Welcome to the channel, welcome to the channel, welcome to the channel, yeah. Hello, greetings and salutations. It is I, Kamaria, or Black Siren Creates, and we are doing a entry in my reading journal. I haven't shown it to you in a while. And for a refresher, my current reading journal is like a Kikuyo, like spiral, but it like opens and shuts so I can like move the pages around, and it uses like Japanese paper. I got it from Jet Pens. And I had some leftover from a project. Well, a year or two ago, I used that as my planner and I did not stick with it. Anyway, so I repurposed it into my reading journal. So my reading journal now is a B5. I have had an interesting time figuring out how to do my collages and my, layouts, because I've never done a B5 reading journal before. I've done an A5, which is like your standard journal size. I've done a A6, which is a little smaller. I've done a square, like a 5x5 square, so like a tiny square, not like an 8x8, or I think it was like 8x5 actually. Anyway, I'm really bad at measuring my journals. A lot of people care about that stuff, and I don't, because I am 36 years old and I don't know how to use a ruler properly. Anyway, so as you can see, I am doing like a layered page, like I don't know what to call it, y'all. It's like a window where you tear a hole in pages and then you put it on top of other pages. I'm sure there is a term for it. Anyway, so I am making a double B5 layout for my favorite book that I read in February, and that was Cursebound by Sara El-Arifi, and it's a sequel. And I talked about it in my reading wrap-up last week, I believe. So, anyway, it's Black Fairies, and the writing style is very awesome, and it's a fantasy. There's all sorts of queer representation. There's, lesbians, non-binary people, and trans people, because guess what? Trans people exist and will always exist. And, it was a good time. It was just a great time. I loved getting back into the world from the first book, and we pick up right where we left off, and it introduced new characters. We got a lot more POVs, points of view this time, which I know a lot of people don't like books with a lot of like POVs, but I kind of prefer it. As long as the voices are distinct enough, so it's like not, okay, this could be the same character. Like, you have to be really good at it. So, and not all authors are. But the cover for the actual book is like this teal aqua color. So I actually had a lot of scraps that were this kind of teal, light robin's egg blue type color. And you see me gluing constantly because the glue I got was from the dollar store because, broke girl doing broke things. Okay. So I got dollar store glue. So if you see me gluing a lot in the same place, it's because the glue was not doing its job. Fired. Anyway, I do have a little person next to me while I was doing it, so you might see little hands. That's my youngest child. But, yeah, so lots of POVs. The story and the setting and the world is very nature based. Like there's lots of nature going on. And sorry, I'm cooking dinner. My timer went off. So there's a lot of nature. So I wanted to have lots of flowers, lots of forest. I did get some ink for my printer finally. So I did print out just some stuff from Pinterest that I thought the characters looked like and different things. It's very like African inspired. So there's a baobab tree and drums and so I tried to kind of stick with the theme, lots of layering because I'm back in my maximalist era. Let's go. So I just keep layering and doing, and I really wanted to devote 2 big giant pages because it was my favorite book, and I am trying my best in my journal, my reading journal this year, to journal and collage with intention. So I'm not just making a collage for every single book I read. I'm not even making like collages or like spreads for books that didn't like sit or resonate with me. I probably will do like a mid-year flip through when we get there. That's really in the future. But so you can see how, because sometimes I break up, because it's like an 8x11, right? So sometimes I break up the one page into 2. Sometimes I just do one whole thing. Or sometimes if I really like the book, I do 2 big giant 8x11 collages, which I do end up with a lot of empty-ish space, but I used to want to fill up every inch, and that's the inch of space. If it's smaller, it's easier to do. And it doesn't feel like too much. But now with the B5 size, I'm kind of letting things breathe and trying to come up with ways to make it cohesive without throwing the whole kitchen sink at it. And granted, there's still a lot of stuff going on. Let's be real. But I do feel like with a B5, because I have the freedom of so much space, it's definitely making me think in a different way, because my collages have never been this large before. And I'm trying out different layouts and different things, so that's kind of been cool. I am fussy cutting stickers because I do not like, unless my background is white, I don't like having a white background around my stickers. It really bothers me. Recently, I've been loving like, not see-through stickers, but like the see-through ones. Not washi tape stickers because those bother me, but not like fully opaque stickers. They're like, I don't know what kind of material it is, but like they're kind of transparent, but it's not like flimsy washi material. Because I realize that I like washi tapes, but I don't like washi tape stickers because I don't know why, they just don't work for me. They just don't. The texture, the way they look is annoying. Anyway, so they're like plastic stickers that are slightly transparent. So when I get the regular matte opaque stickers and it has this freaking white border, it really bothers me. So I'm cutting them all off, even though I don't like fussy cutting either. But I'm adding purple to this because I feel like the characters invoke purple. When I was reading the the books, each point of view had their own kind of aesthetic. So I wanted to make sure each new character that was there had their own kind of place in the collage. One of the new characters is like a wood elf. Well, you find out later he's not an elf at all, spoiler alert, but he like lives in the trees. So I wanted there to be trees and green and things like that. And then for one of the other characters, she is like a seer. And when I think seer, she sees prophecies. And I think of like stars and moons and, you know, that kind of stuff. So the purple is kind of for her. And then there's another character who's like a warrior. So I have her, but she's like a warrior that uses magic that comes from a drum, which is really, really cool magic system. So I wanted her drum to be there. I have some gold accents for her. So because a lot of her magic, when you look at it, it's gold, like strings. So it's very interesting because normally I don't have like a synesthesia type effect when I'm reading, but for some reason, a lot of these characters just screamed colors to me for some reason. So that's what I'm trying to incorporate. And like I said, the world is full of nature. So I'm definitely adding lots of nature stickers because I have lately been super lazy about finding repurposed materials. I've been using my scraps for sure, but I'm definitely relying heavily on my stickers lately. But that's okay because I am a big proponent, a big fan of using what you have. I do not hoard materials. I don't save them for the perfect moment. I've never understood that. I don't know. So I'm like, oh, I have this thing. I get excited and I want to use all my stuff. And then I run out of stuff. And then I have to use trash. So I don't have to be desperate right now looking through magazines for the perfect thing when I can print it out from my computer sparingly so I don't run out of ink. Or I can, use my stickers. So I'm very grateful to my best friend who has kept me in supply of stickers because she has a shopping addiction and she loves to shop on Temu and send me things. But that's what happens when you have a best friend that you've been friends with for like 24 years. 24? 25 years. That's a very long time. And then I also have these letter stickers, which I have been using the crap out of lately as well because I don't like my handwriting and pulling out my stamps and my ink is too hard. Not hard, I'm just lazy. But I am just having a really good time in the B5 size. And I'm enjoying being able to move my pages around because I've added some reading challenges that I didn't have in my original reading journal setup. So that has been awesome. So the interchangeability of using kind of a reusable spiral binder is kind of awesome. So, and I'm trying to preserve my paper so I don't have to buy more because, life be lifing, and the sad thing is I got champagne tastes and a beer budget, so. Oh, and this is me trying to help my daughter with her tablet because it was doing something and she couldn't fix it. Because sometimes you need a minute, so you give your child a tablet because she was done doing art with me, but I did have to kind of just get off and go help her. So I didn't end up finishing, but this is like the final product. I ended up adding some like golden thread in little swirlies, which was really cool. But now you can kind of see up close kind of what it looks like, because I had to finish off camera because my child. But that's all I have for you today, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed my ramble, and I'll see you next time, guys. Bye.